Alright, welcome back to Crusader Kings. This is Flying MacGuffin, and let's just jump right into it. I've noticed we are at... Stop getting in my way. Uh, .7 reputation. These guys are assholes, and they're gray, and they're in the middle of our empire. And this guy's crazy, and he has one martial skill, and he really sucks. Grab title. Yes. Okay, and then I'm going to pull my troops up in Damascus, send them over. Now, as far as plans for expansion go, since we've got our King of Mesopotamia title, the really only option we have is in Syria. Now, I've counted, and just with the pagans, the Muslim provinces and the independent provinces, which I don't think this is actually independent. No, it is. And this is actually the best province in the area, Alexandretta. Look at that, almost 6. We would have enough to get the king of Syria. But on the other hand, it would be very hard for us to break that up into good duchy titles, because we got Antioch here, but Antioch is this, and this. Well, that means we only have 1 of 3. So yeah, that kind of sucks. Although I would be holding this myself anyway. And then we look here. Well, we got Edessa. Well, you'd have to go into Armenia to get that. And yeah, so that kind of sucks. Aleppo. Well, Aleppo is owned by them, so we get 2. We get 2 of 3, so we would be able to get that. No, we wouldn't, because there we go, right there. And then Al-Bishri is part of Mosul, which we have 1 of 6, so I'm not really worried about that. Yeah, so it'd be really, really hard for us to break that up into manageable duchies. I don't think we would get 1 at most duchy title out of it. So, that sucks. Actually, we could get 2. Yeah, I think we can get 2. So here and here. And then that's 9 provinces. We're keeping 1. And then, so that's 4 apiece. That might not actually be too bad. And if we did that, we'd basically mirror the Mamluks, the borders that the Mamluks have. Well, we have a lot more of Africa than the Mamluks have. I think the Mamluks stop like right here. But they have the entire Levant under their sway, and it goes all the way up to here, which is where the Seljuk Turks start. I think they're called they're already called the Ottomans. The Ottomans are supposed to pop up. I don't know when or where they're supposed to do that, and I think the Mamluks are supposed to pop up too. But we'll see if that happens. It may be an event like the Marinids and the Kafsids and Zionids. Guys with ids in their name. And remember, I only turned off the 1 because it was bugged, because I made my vassal. So, let's unpause it so it continues faster. So, basically my thinking... pragmatic, lose of friendship. Okay, I've never seen this one. We have a special occasion with your lover in the near future, but your wife is insistent on alternate plans. Make an excuse about a business trip. Lose 25% chance for deceitful, 25% chance my wife gets suspicious, 25% chance of falling out. I don't like those. Arrange a ball. This we spend money, get prestige. We could get indulgent and gregarious, and only a 10% chance of falling out with our wife. Wow. I guess because we're honest about it. Send your wife to visit her family. Wow, a 50% chance of falling out. That one sucks. Or could spend time with her wife instead. Weak-willed and pragmatic. We might get weak-willed and pragmatic. We lose their friendship. Well, I think I like this one better. We get pragmatic, which makes us pretty good, actually. Wow. Pragmatics is one of my favorite traits. We lose a little bit of diplomacy and gain a lot of intrigue and stewardship. And martial, which I don't really care about. I would like to lose trusting. But, yeah. Anyway, so, for expansion, I kind of ruled that out. I'm a bit rethinking it now, but I kind of ruled that out because I thought it would be kind of unfeasible. And I had to fight the Tlemkins, which I was planning on making them into the country of Syria when we converted. That may not be something we have to do, though. I wouldn't... Basically, we play as the Mamluks, and it wouldn't be that different to have all these provinces. So, and you can play as the Mamluks when you start the game. So it's not like I'm getting this huge empire that you normally wouldn't have. I want the prestige from it more, since I spent the prestige to get the title. Get as much of it back as I can. Oh. Friends with the King of France. Cool. In Denmark. So yeah, anyway, that's what I'm looking at. Just this and this. And then I'll probably let everything just slide into EU3, and then you'll get to see half of my family members die in the plagues and stuff, and then we'll see how we can keep everything together from that. It'll be hard enough to just do that, let alone expand while that's happening. So, although I have succeeded in doing that before. Anyway, I did notice that this guy is excommunicated, which means it's super cheap for us to grab his titles. And he is this, and this. He only personally owns this, and he has two Duke titles. But neither of them are Poitou. And probably the King of France has him. Yeah. So that's not really in our reach. We do still want Rene, though. I just don't want to fight Denmark for it. Not now, at least. Wait until this guy's king or something. Actually, that guy's intrigue is good too. We gotta wait for somebody who has a crappy intrigue so that they have to break this off of their main empire. We may get a hold of it before the end of the game, but I'm not gonna push too hard on it. So, it may seem like it'll be really boring to play a game where you're only going to capture 2 more provinces before the end of the game. I'm probably going to change my mind, because I'm like that. If a bunch of these provinces break off, or like I decide to declare war on the Templars and grab these and do a whole bunch of crap like that, then that'll be different. My Chancellor. I don't think I'm going to have anybody better than 20. Nope. So, yeah. And I'll probably grab this and then give it to Galilee. Galilee only's got 3 provinces. And I think the average now is 4. So, that's not too bad. Even though they're like our rival and stuff, I don't really care. They're not going to break off, and if they do, I could just kill them. So it's not a big deal. So mainly it's just keeping up with stuff from now on. Alright. You give me this. And you can have this. I might do a little bit of housekeeping. The Archbishop of Syria is kind of a pain in my ass. Not because he's bad and like rebellious and stuff, although his predecessor was. He's just kind of in a messy spot because he's got this, this, and this as their provinces, and you know it'd be better if they had this, and then the Duchy of Baghdad is just had that. Maybe just had Baghdad, or like had Al-Zarqa here, so it was like, and then Syria was just like, blah. Anyway, yeah. Actually, I think they have another province aside from that. Tadmor. So. Oh, Tadmor is the one they have. They've only got 3. I didn't want to give that to him, because I hate him. I'll probably give this one to him. Because I'm not very smart. He's also not a family member. 1.6, yeah. Other people who aren't our family members, well, Gallery over here is not, but like I said before, I don't know. How do I say it? I'm planning on making him a vassal instead of an actual part of the main empire in EU3. So I won't control him or anything. I may do that with Brittany itself, but I don't think that would be in the spirit of what I'm doing. Maybe. I'll see. Depends on how many provinces Brittany's actually broken up into, actually. I don't know. I do know that there are less provinces in the areas, like on the European map in EU3, so I know that for a fact that I will have much fewer provinces than I do now under my control. Well, I'll have more under my direct control, but I will have less total in the empire. Because a lot of the provinces in the Middle East are really big. What is it? Like, this entire thing is like 3 provinces, and then Libya, which is everything east of Alexandria, is like 1 province. So, yeah. So we'll see about that. So mainly, I'm just going to wait a little while and then capture this. And then I'm pretty much set till the end of the game, unless something else pops up. This is mainly because, it seems like I am purposely holding myself back. There's no question in my mind that that's true. I'm holding myself back on purpose, so that we would have somebody to fight in the end of the game, or in EU3. So, I don't feel any need to change that, because EU3 would be more interesting with more people to fight, and more people to politic around and stuff. I actually kind of regret getting as big as I did, and I definitely regret crippling the Turks as much as I did. But, it's kind of a good problem to have when you were too successful in a game. So, I'm not really complaining. Well, I am complaining, but I'm complaining for a stupid reason. I do regret not being able to get the duchy title for this, but I don't think it would have been realistic for us to do that in the time frame I was looking at. The longer the war is, I've done very short wars most of the time. Very short, to-the-point wars. It's like I think the longest war I ever had was, I think the longest war I ever had was the Crusade, which took a long time. But, since I got big, I think the longest war I had was like the one where I captured Baghdad. And I tried that twice. The longer you're in a war, the more likely you are to get drops to your stability, which I haven't been above 0 stability since I have this game. So, Yeah, stability is a much bigger factor in EU3. I don't think it converts with a converter, so we'll just have the default of what you're supposed to have when you start. Um, I'm pretty comfortable with our borders. We got a nice. It's a stupid thing to say, but we have a nice shape to our empire. I don't like this, but then again, this was an accident. I didn't mean to do that, and I shouldn't have. And it costs me a lot of reputation, um, which delayed stuff greatly. Who owns this? Sicily. Holy crap. Um, but we still have some stuff left to do in the game. It's not just going to be all fun and games from here, and not all, me hitting enter to stupidly, not click on the things like I've been doing. Somebody pointed out to me in one of the comments that I could just click OK. Instead of clicking OK, I can hit enter, which I know, but I do it all the time, and it's funny that people notice that I do that. Because I'm always kicking myself for doing that. It's like, it's stupid. I can just push enter. Save a lot of time, especially when it's like the king dies and there's a whole shitload of windows up there. Anyway, I'm babbling again. The main thing we have left in the game is the plagues. There are two waves of plagues, one of which is the bubonic plague and the other is pneumonic. The bubonic plague is real nasty. It'll kill a lot of your people. It'll kill most of your relatives. One game I had it almost completely wipe out my entire bloodline. It's nasty. It sucks. We're gonna get hit with it real bad because we're in the east, and we got a bunch of trade routes and stuff. Like the only place you're real safe from it is like Iceland. You can be in Iceland and never see it at all, which I believe is historical. I'm not sure, and it makes sense. But we have nothing to do with Iceland. If we were Scandinavia, we would be all up in Iceland, but we aren't. Yeah. And then the pneumonic plague after that is much quicker, but it's still just as bad. And they hit like not simultaneously, but pretty soon after each other, like 1-2. They hit, and we could see the Turks, not the Turks, but the Muslim or the Mongols come back. I don't know if we've seen the Ilkhanate, but the Ilkhanate would hit us if they appeared. Actually, they'd probably just crush the Turks, what's left of the Turks, and then start going in through all the rest of these problems. Jesus, Sicily got a whole bunch of crap. That was really stupid of me. Oh, man. So there's that, and there's always the chance that we get a really crappy guy, and then our empire just breaks apart, and you have a chaos trying to keep it all together. And then if we don't keep it all together, we have to worry about, recapturing things in EU3, which could be interesting itself. I'm going to try my best to keep it together. I'm not going to intentionally tank something, because, there's still going to be stuff to do in EU3. It's just preventing me from getting too big too fast in EU3, which I could probably still do. But, and I also am deliberately cutting myself off from Europe because that's how I wanted to play the game. It's not from any kind of... It's just a stylistic thing. Like, I didn't want to say, ooh, Europe sucks. Let's play as not Europe, kind of thing. Because we're still basically European, and we still have our main base in Europe. Which is up here, not in Spain. So, we'll keep our eyes open, and I'll look for targets of opportunity here and there. And if Sicily starts collapsing, which they're excommunicated, so they probably will. I didn't notice that. Then Excommunicate's real bad. We haven't seen it in this game, I don't think, but Excommunicated is bad. The only thing worse than Excommunicated is Realm Duress, and Excommunicated is worse than Realm Duress because it can cause Realm Duress. So, and it also gives you huge penalties to, like, everything. It sucks. Inbred is probably worse, but you can't get that from, you know, you can prevent an inbred person from inheriting your line if you're careful. But you could get a random event where one of your vassals breaks off and you get Realm Duress, or, you know, some asshole excommunicates you because he becomes the papal controller and he decides he doesn't like you, or he just decides that he has enough pope juice to excommunicate you. So Suadia is next, and we'll probably give that to the Archbishop of Syria because I'm dumb, and then we'll look at what we're going to do from there. Like I said, most likely I'll just kind of coast, and around 1350 or thereabouts, we'll start getting hit with the plagues, and then we'll see how that. I might actually like play the entire thing, so you can kind of see how it kind of ebbs and flows, and like the effects it has on the game. Or I may just like make a special video that shows it happening, and do like yakety sax or something, and show it speeded up with a bunch of stuff popping up. It depends on how hilarious it is. Sometimes it's pretty funny. Like you'll have a thing hit with a plague, and then it'll spread to another one, and then that'll get like the immunity, and then the immunity will go away, and then it'll get it come back. It's pretty funny sometimes. It's pretty funny that it's completely crippling your empire. But it cripples everybody else too, so it's not that big of a deal in perspective. But we really need to make sure that we have a good, long bloodline of, because like this Francis guy, he sucks. I don't think there's any chance of our bloodline going extinct. Because, well, I don't know if we can actually look at it in the ledger, but where is it? My dynasty. Yes. And most of them are Bretons. There's quite a few people. English, Welsh, Germans, Occitan, Gaelic. Yeah. When I was playing as Denmark, I had a bunch of Russian and... ooh. Well, that's good. Accidentally unpaused the game. I had a bunch of Russian and... I actually had like a Turkish branch of my bloodline. It was really weird, but I wasn't worried about the converting of provinces when I was playing as Denmark, and frankly I didn't know how the stuff worked back when I was playing that. That's not really relevant. Back to the plan. Okay, well, this will facilitate our rise back to respectable reputation. Why are these guys? Oh, those are Templar guys. Yeah. Obviously, we're going to give them. Yeah, up. Let's see if we got any decent marshals. That guy's very decent. He's a priest, but he's better than whatever else we got. Wow, that guy's incredible. If he gets a level 4, holy Jesus. Yeah, so that makes us down to what? 1.1. I see no reason not to grab the title now. So I'll grab it. And we're down to 1.5. So, back to doing that thing, and once we drop down to probably about 0.1, I'll take it. Obviously, I'll show that on screen and show whatever else. So, all right. As you can see, the culture in Basra changed to Breton. I believe that means all of our provinces are Breton. Maybe not Damascus. And Damascus is. Yep. And I know all the ones in Egypt are. So, yeah, pretty cool. Again, this is probably just a trade route thing, since... Oh, this is Breton. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Not much around here is Breton. Probably just a trade route from Baghdad. We are at .8 reputation. Over here. And it is time to have a party with this guy. That's equal distance away. There's more troops. That is a lot. This is more. Alright, so we'll go. And it's not winter or anything, so not huge amounts of attrition. Good. Okay. Lair War. Yeah, there's claims on us. Oop. You sons of bitches. See if the Duke can handle it. He cannot. Okay. I'm gonna have to come deal with this. Oh, and our stability went up while we were at war. Okay. So this is a medium castle. This should be over pretty quickly. Who are you challenging? My brother. This guy. You go away. Don't kill my brother. Yeah, nothing happens if you do the good one. So if you get the good event from that, so it's dumb. It's a bugged event or something. Because there's literally no gain from that whatsoever, aside from the mercenaries. Who probably have a use over here. No. And we'll probably just wait and take it, and then wait for him to walk over and siege with us. So that I don't lose as much reputation. Oh! Thank you! It must have been Denmark or France. We don't need it though. Literally no use for it. Gruff diplomat. He sucks. No major change. This is bad stat. That's really sucks. Okay. Give me your title. Okay. Yeah, he has Syria too. Okay. So I'll give this to him. Like I said I was going to. And we should be at... Yep. 0.4. Okay. It would double our money, but who cares? What kind of castle they got here? A big castle, so yeah, I gotta stay and wait. No. Okay. Shit. Where's a good spy master? Is anybody even close to that? 19. I think she's ill, though. Oh, she's not ill. Okay. Well, 1 point drop. That's not too bad. Yeon, you suck. Okay. Drops into red. Will. Oh, he's leading the siege. Okay. Nope. No. Alright. Yeah, nothing really interesting happening here. Just fighting a dude. Probably should have waited longer. Sabotage. Okay, I'm gonna have to take this. That sucks. And I'm already building something, of course. I'm not a court guy. I forgot how long these take to capture. Since I got that event, I might just say screw it and wait for it to court. I might just say screw it and capture it anyway, because there's no real reason to screw around with it like that. But if I don't have to, we'll see if he gets the. Yeah, he did. Okay. Okay. Bad news. Bad news bears.